Hello class 8, we are doing our chapter number 2 of history, which is from trade to territory. In this chapter we already discussed that the battle of Plassey between Sirajuddaulah and Robert Clive. In this lecture we will discuss that after the defeat of Plassey, what are the circumstances in front of Indian rulers. After the defeat of Plassey, Sirajuddaulah was assassinated and Mir Jafar made the Nawab. After Sirajuddaulah, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal. The company was still unwilling to take over the responsibility of administration. At that time, the company focused on trade. They want to expansion of trade. They want to expand their trade with other states also, and they are always trying to gain more and more profit. At that time, they don't want to become a part of any authority or any government. That time, they don't want to become Nawabs. If this could be done without conquest through the help of local rulers who were willing to grant privileges, then the territory need not to be taken over directly. At that time, the territory means the area, it not to be taken directly. Now the next point is, soon the company discovered that this was rather difficult. The puppet means who work according to us. For even the puppet Nawabs were not always as helpful as the company wanted to be. They appoint after Sirajuddaulah, Mir Jafar became the Nawab. But nowadays Mir Jafar is not doing the work according to the British government. He demanded and he fight for his rights. So they had to maintain a basic appearance of dignity and sovereignty if they wanted respect for their subject. When Mir Jafar protested, we discussed that Mir Jafar protested for his rights. When the Mir Jafar protested, the company deposed him and installed Mir Qasim in his place. After the time, Mir Jafar was removed from his position and then reinstalled Mir Qasim in his place. When the Mir Qasim complained, his turn was defeated in a battle fought at Buxar in 1764. So the Battle of Buxar fought between Mir Qasim and British East India Company in Bengal. Mir Jafar, after the Mir Qasim, when the Mir Qasim was defeated in the Battle of Buxar, again Mir Jafar was reinstalled. It's quite confusing, so here I write the three names. First, after Sirajuddaulah, Mir Jafar was installed on his position. When Mir Jafar protest for his rights and demand, then the British East India Company removed Mir Jafar and then reinstalled Mir Qasim. When the Mir Qasim fought and protest for his right, then the fight between Mir Qasim and British East India Company. After the defeat, Mir Qasim was removed and then again Mir Jafar was installed in this position. But now, what is the change now? First Mir Jafar, then Mir Qasim, then again Mir Jafar. Now what is the change? Mir Jafar was reinstalled. The Nawab had to pay. The Nawab had to pay rupees 5 lakh every month. But the company wanted more money to finance its war and meet the demand of trade and its other expenses. Mir Jafar had to pay 5 lakhs every month to British East India Company. But now company wanted more and more money, and the second thing is more territory for his business also. By the time Mir Jafar died in 1765, after 1 year, you can see here the Battle of Buxar fought in 1764 After 1 year in 1765, when the Mir Jafar was died, the mood of the company had changed. Now the mood of company had changed, and Robert Clive declared, we must indeed become Nawab ourselves. Now this is the time that we should take charge of all the territories, of all the areas, and this is the time to become Nawab. Now finally in 1765 the Mughal emperor appointed the company as Diwan of the provinces of Bengal. Now the Mughal empire gave all the give charge to East India Company. Now all the power is in hand of East India Company. Diwani, they have right to collect revenue, allowed the company to use the vast revenue resource of Bengal. Now they have right to collect revenue, means tax, from the Bengal. This solved a major problem that the company had earlier faced. Earlier the company had a big problem, which if they buy everything from India, then like spices and clothes, then they import coins, silver coins, gold coins from Britain, and then buy things in India. But nowadays this problem is solved. They collect revenue from Bengal. By this money they can buy spices and clothes from Bengal and export in to Britain and gain more and more profit. Now there is no need to import coins of gold and silver from Britain. This was because at this time Britain had no goods to sell in India. The outflow of gold from Britain slowed after the Battle of Plassey. After the Battle of Plassey, the import of gold is slowed down, but entirely stopped after the assumption of Diwani. Now revenue from India could finance company expenses. This revenue could be used to purchase. Now the revenue which comes from Bengal, they use this revenue as to purchase cotton and silk textile in India, maintain company troops, अपनी कंपनी के लिए सेना बनाने के लिए, and meet the cost of building the company fort and offices of Calcutta. In Calcutta, if they want to make any building or any office, then the money comes from the revenue of Bengal. Company officials became Nawab. Nabobs means Nawab. The Hindi word Nawab became, the Britishers spoke like Nabobs, and this time all Britishers, all servants, they want to become a Nawab, and each company servant began to have vision of living like a Nawab. They want to live like a Nawab at that time. Now the next point is, after the Battle of Plassey, the actual Nawab of Bengal, those who are actual Nawab in Bengal, they were forced to give land and vast sum of money as personal gift to company's officials, because company's officials and servants, they want to live like Nawab. That's why they want gifts from the actual Nawab. Robert Clive. Here is very interesting story. The Robert Clive, he had came to Madras, now Chennai, from England in 1743 when he was just 18 years old. When in 1767 he left India, his Indian fortune was worth 4 lakh and something dollar. Interestingly, when he was appointed as the governor of Bengal in 1764, he was asked to remove corruption in company. Suppose I am electing in a income tax department to remove corruption, and after some time the charge is on me that I am spreading corruption. So what a shame for me. Like this, the company, he was asked to remove corruption in company administration, but he was himself cross-examined in 1772 by the British Parliament, which was suspicious of his vast wealth. He has vast wealth, that's why he was suspicious in front of the British Parliament. So he was cross-examined in 1772, and after so many arguments, after 2 years he committed suicide. He committed suicide in 1774. After cross-examine, when the cross-examine is in 1772, after 2 years in 1774 he committed suicide. And now the next point is, however, not all company officials succeeded in making money like Clive. All the persons who came from Britain, all the officials, they are not corrupt and dishonest. Some were died in India due to disease and war also, and some were called as Nawabs. Those Britishers who are working in India, and when they get back to Britain, in Britain they call as Nawabs because of their good lifestyles, and they collect huge money, and when they go back to their place of Britain, then the people who are living in Britain, they called them as Nawabs. This is all about this chapter, and rest of the terms we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.